afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a full house edition of our podcast. We are so glad that you are joining us here tonight. Let me go ahead and get the introductions out of the way. I am C. Carter. Joining beside me is Jacob. Back here with us tonight. Jacob, welcome back.
Feels good to be back.
Brandon and Cody. And fellas, first and foremost, let's go ahead and let's dive to the NFL first because we do have a couple of news to report.
Yeah, we do. We got some big news to report. We can now officially say the sale has been confirmed. Dan Snyder is no longer the owner of the Washington football team. He finally.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna be playing Happy Trails.
Yet.
I know they're gonna play this instead.
News be spread, the wicked old witch at last is dead.
Got a bad
Ding dong, the bitch is dead, the bitch is dead, the bitch is dead. So the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers, along with legendary basketball player Magic Johnson, has put in a bid, and the bid came through. They now have bought the Washington Commanders to the price of $6.5 billion.
Well, let me go ahead and say this real quick, fellas. First and foremost, chances are this is going to get approved by the NFL because you can pretty much bet the NFL was trying to get rid of the Snyders forever, and now that this deal has gone through, now they can say, okay, then Dan Snyder is pretty much out of the picture now. Let's give the new owner approved. Let's get this new ownership approved so that they can rebuild and get the Washington football team a clean image. Image.
It's time for damage control.
Time to bring back the name Redskins.
No. Unfortunately, as much as we all would love to see the original name come back, unfortunately, in this day and age, with how sensitive a lot of people are.
Yeah, fuck you, snowflakes.
Yeah. But if they do decide to make a name change, there are a lot of good names that can actually work with the Washington football team. I mean, Red Hawks, Red Tails, a lot of other things.
Yeah, I was about to say, how about the Red Wolves?
Or the Red Wolves, a lot of names, a lot of names, and some of those names actually have historical significance. So,
yeah, so I'll start with that. You can even call them the Braves if you want. I mean,
Atlanta,
when they was in Boston.
Yeah, they were originally the Boston Braves. That was true. That's true. If you peel back the history of the Commanders, they were actually the Boston Braves back in the early days of the NFL before moving.
Maybe they should call themselves the Washington Braves.
That's what we said. That's what we said, dude.
I couldn't. My phone slipped.
Okay, you're good. Anyways, So that's fantastic. Hopefully, Magic Johnson and the owner of the 76ers, I forgot his name. Forgive me. It's been a while.
Josh Harris.
Thank you. Can help give the Commanders and their loyal fan bases some much-needed refresh they've been wanting for so long.
Yeah, I think it's too soon. Let me say this real quick because I think it's too soon that, it's great. They're going to get a nice fresh start. Great. Wonderful. Marvelous. The sooner you get Dan Snyder out of Washington, D.C., the better. So now you might be focused on maybe we should get a new stadium for the football team.
Yes. Yeah, by the way, get rid of the FedEx Stadium. It's fucking broken.
Yeah, it is. FedEx Field has been deteriorating faster than the bubonic plague.
Oh no, that's worse. It's worse than the Chiefs of Hawks career.
Hopefully they'll get a new stadium. Possibly, maybe they'll be able to move back to the nation's capital because honestly, a team called the Washington Commanders playing in Landover, Maryland.
Yeah,
that doesn't work considering the fact that Maryland is Raven country.
Yes.
Now let me also, while we're in the NFL neighborhood, they also unveiled the schedule for the upcoming season.
Oh yeah, the schedules have been.
Let me say this: the videos that came from the schedule are just top notch.
They're funny as hell,
including the one that was an anime that had Chiefs of Hawk, Pat McAfee.
From the Chargers.
Broncos country.
Okay, let me start there because the LA Chargers, that video was, like you said, Corey, was completely animated. Especially when they got to the Detroit Lions, basically saying, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, dial 1-800 so and so.
No, that's not the only one. There was 4. It was like a round table of 4 Super Bowl logos, and guess who was standing right next to it?
Oy.
Oh God!
And let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about
whoever made this. You deserve a bonus and a tip, and thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to say, let's also not forget about when the Broncos come up, they had Russell Wilson versus Patrick Starr.
Also,
nobody wanted to cook.
Also, whoever runs the runs that, I agree, deserves to get it right, because not only was the video good, but the link was even funnier. Because if you actually go to their website and look up for the schedule, you'll see 2 links: one for Chargers fans and one for Raiders fans.
Oh God!
I wish we had Jose here. Where is he?
The Raiders logo, it takes you straight to an Indeed website.
Oh.
It takes you what?
If you okay, on the Chargers website, if you go to their to their schedule link, they're gonna have 2 little links. One's for Chargers fans and one's for Raiders fans. If you click the one that says one for Raiders fans, it takes you straight to an Indeed site saying get a job.
Wow!
That's cold.
That's
cold.
That's
Okay,
trolling somebody.
that's
something Jose Miguel would
I was
do.
about to say, someone get up that meme that has both Macho Man Randy Savage and Sid Vicious
Oh God!
on it. That's not just savage, that's vicious. But man, that's cold. But
It is.
also, while we're in the neighborhood, let's also talk about the deal which the NFL made.
Where's Peacock?
I was just about to say that, Cody. Peacock is going to air a wildcard game this upcoming season.
Yeah,
not on NBC. Peacock.
I mean, it's run by NBC, don't he?
Yeah.
No. I meant on TV.
Well, let's see. Let's break this down a little bit because we've seen how Amazon did with Thursday Night Football, and they're also getting a Black Friday football game between the Jets.
I saw a schedule, and sadly, there's no Raiders game. There's no Broncos games. There's no Colts games because I think after last year's crash course, yeah.
Yeah, now I don't think not too many teams this year have a primetime game this year, so
yeah.
That's one way of looking at it. Now, we did speak about Pat McAfee getting a nice deal.
I have it.
Yeah.
I have it.
Cody has the link. Yeah. Pat McAfee made a big deal to get to have his podcast actually be on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Our show will be live on ESPN, ESPN Plus.
There we go.
ESPN's YouTube all at the same damn time.
Yep.
Now, first of all, welcome to the show, Jose.
There he
Secondly, let me okay. We get it.
We got it. We got all we need. Yeah. So
it was a $10 million deal.
$10 million deal. His and for what we've learned, he's actually going to be his episode's going to come up is going to make his debut right after First Take.
And it's in the fall.
Yeah, in the fall. This fall, right? It's gonna be in the slot right after First Take. So, if you want to check out, if you want to listen to Pat McAfee on ESPN, there you go.
Or you can get on him on. I did say it's ESPN or ESPN Plus, or third option, ESPN's YouTube channel. They're not leaving YouTube.
Smart choice.
Absolutely.
As a fan, I believe they're still going to be using their YouTube channel as well.
Uh-huh.
Plus, they had to.
So they're going to get a lot of big. So they're going to get a lot of their casual fans still with them, and a lot of new fans going to join them as well.
Plus, they had.
Absolutely.
Pat said he has to tone down the word "fuck."
I mean, considering the fact that ESPN is owned by Disney,
yeah.
Yeah, but let me just say this real quick because I think that this is pretty much sending a clear message in which we're moving away from sitting in front of the television set.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here we are.
They're not moving.
Hold on.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Now,
Let him cook.
Now-
Let him cook, lads. Let him cook.
now we have come to the point to where anybody can stream. You got Hulu, you got Peacock, you got Netflix, you have Amazon.
I wouldn't talk about Amazon. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be talking about Amazon after the disaster that's Thursday Night Football. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. The fact of the matter is that I think it's great to see businesses, companies now, understand and realize, again, evolve. They say, okay, well, folks don't have the patience to sit in front of the television set anymore, so they're streaming. We better go ahead and follow suit with them. That's how come, the cable subscriptions are dropping because people are cutting the cord.
Yep.
So they had to get their money somehow.
Yep.
So,
just to save it from the situation, just to save it from all situations. Jacob, how you doing? We haven't seen you in a while.
It's good to see you too, Coach.
Also, there is a caveat to the Pat McAfee video. They're still going to be staying in the Thunderdome. Pat said in the video he's not changing the format. He will never sell his soul.
That's good.
I love that fact. But back to the streaming shit. Carter, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now,
You done with the? Sorry.
I think that. Well, let me go ahead and tie a bow on this, and then we'll move on. But I think obviously, this is a great deal. Nice to see businesses moving forward, going on to evolving. Because, like I said, folks don't have the patience to sit around watching TV. You look at, I give you an example. This is just an example. The WWE. They know that their audience is not going to sit there watching a 3-hour show. So,
we used to do that back in the day when they had the network.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, that's true, but that's different. What they do
that's a different story, though. Sorry.
They put clips on YouTube so that folks can be able to see it when they're good and ready. So,
Carter, you said yesterday that I'm gonna have a hungover.
Yes, that's right, because Matt Ryan is joining.
Yes, he's retired.
No,
he's not retired.
Damn it.
He might come back to play, so you don't know. He might play. He might play next season after the season.
He's retired because he signed with CBS. He's going to be their
Oh,
studio
damn
analyst,
it.
and he's going
You were so excited to see Cody back, still in misery with freaking.
Yes, I wanted him to get back to the liquor cabinet.
No.
He was so adamant of getting back to the liquor cabinet, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. As Matt Ryan finally calls it a career after, so many.
The Colts can focus on a young quarterback.
They did get one in the draft.
Well,
and I will wait for Jim Irsay to ruin that young quarterback just so that way Cody Hagan can go back to the liquor cabinet.
Well, let me say this real quick. Well, he's not wrong, Cody. But let me just say this real quick.
Why you bullying me? I'm right.
Hold on. Let me just say this real quick. Because Colts better have a veteran QB to get the young QB ready to go.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say about that. Now,
plus,
moving on.
We're not talking about the XFL championship game Sunday?
We'll get to that later. We'll get that later.
Let's go ahead and deal with it now because the XFL had their championship and Arlington defeated DC. Arlington, despite them going 4-6, won the XFL championship.
It's kind of so. They just somehow sneaked their way into the. They sneaked their way into the
playoffs and somehow pulled off the upset against my Houston Roughnecks.
Mm-hmm.
So
the attendance for that game was 754.
Whoa!
I think he missed a few numbers. I think it was like
220. No. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this tweet.
Let me read. Yeah. It's over 20. It was like over 20,000 fans.
Yeah, that's the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, because the Alamo Dome's a shitty place.
Anyway. And for the first time since 2001, XFL finally got to finish the season.
And they actually have promised that we can actually have a second season coming up next year.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We can all agree this year's XFL is 10 times better than what 2001 gave us.
Well, hold on, right? Because
it has storylines. It had a commentator fighting over our owner.
Hold on. Let me cook for a second. Okay?
All right.
In general, spring football is exhausting.
Yes, it is.
All right? Because we already came out of a hungover of the regular NFL season, and also college football
and the USFL.
We're still in the midst of that. What do you mean?
He's got a point, but anyways, continue on.
You already have 2 seasons. You already have 2 big seasons back to back. Well, going on at the same time, I guess you could say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we have 2 other seasons going on, like immediately into the spring. Doesn't it feel exhausting? Doesn't it feel exhausting to a point where you're like, I can't take it anymore? You get me?
Hold on, because I see where Jose is going to this. Football fatigue.
Yes. Yes, football fatigue. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, I get what Jose is saying because, we're not all big football nuts. Well, we got to have football. We got to watch football.
Yeah.
If it's on, listen. If there's any sport that you'll see on TV, whether it be hockey, football, soccer, whatever, you can watch it or you can't.
I mean, here's the thing. One day on the podcast, we could compare the 2021, the 2020-2003 XFL ratings to the 2001 XFL ratings that were on TNN, UPN, NBC.
Yeah, at NBC.
That will never happen. I'm sorry, Cody. Nice try, but no cigar.
We can't compare it because it was bad in 2001.
Well, first of all, let's be honest. That was a disaster.
Yes, it was. 01's XFL season was a disaster.
Now, let's move on. Because we do have a lot to talk about. And
can I get the ginger ale already?
Yeah, I was about to say, but let's get to the hard word. Let's get to the hardwood.
Yeah, because, ladies and gentlemen, the conference finals are set in stone, and so much so we got game 1 tonight in the Western Conference.
It's the Western Conference final that's going up. It's the
tonight.
Los Angeles Lakers, the 7th seed, taking on the top team of the West, the Detroit and the Denver Nuggets. Excuse me.
Tip off 7:30 on ESPN. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
It's going to be in the Ball Arena.
Yep, in downtown Denver.
Carter,
go ahead, because I know somebody's about to say something. Go ahead, Cody.
Get the sound ready.
Well,
Doc Rivers, you're fired.
Well, first of all, I wasn't even going to get to the.
We'll get to that later, but first of all,
let me get
as Brandon said, the 7th seed, the Los Angeles Lakers, will be taking on the Denver Nuggets. And here's what I'm gonna be honest with you. I would never expect Denver to be in the first seed because when you have a small team like Denver and then in like the top seed, it kind of gives off that like Tennessee Titans kind of vibe, if that makes any sense, where you're the first seed and you just like immediately shit the bed.
Mm.
You know what?
That's what I immediately thought.
You know what I saw?
None of them got into the Western Conference.
I was like, you know what I saw on Twitter? One Twitter company compared the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers to 2009 when WWE had Lakers and Nuggets.
That's
Christ. Okay, can I finish my point now?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jose.
I thought that Denver was going to be like the Titans when they had the number 1 seed. They're just going to shit the bed.
But
they got up to here.
I was about to say, I can see where Jose is coming from.
Yeah.
Because,
What, you drinking your blood of the innocent over there, Hagen?
I can see where Jose is coming from because, for
it's
for
cheap,
years,
Jose.
Get that garbage out of my face.
Let me finish.
Sorry
Denver
about that.
has been underachieving. But here we are this year, finally, they got back to the Western Conference Finals with an opportunity to get to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. So that's saying something. Now the question is, can they get it done against the Lakers, who, let's face it, they're having a Cinderella run at this point.
Yeah, but here's my question: how much of a run are you gonna have before your magic runs out?
All I'm saying is this: if you're the
We'll
Lakers,
find out tonight.
well,
You're
yeah,
right
but
about that. But Brandon,
if you're the Lakers, there's one person you got to watch out for. It's not who you were expecting. Then again,
it's not. It's Nikola Jokic, but it's not the Joker you should be worried about as well.
exactly. You should be worried about your former player, Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
KCP.
Ooh.
You know he's been wanting to take a bite out of LeBron in LA since his last tenure.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, let me also say this real quick. First of all, Golden State. I'm pretty sure that some of the fans, they're not too happy that the Warriors lost. But hey, is it the end of their dynasty? I wouldn't go that far saying that.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
No, I don't think it's the end of their dynasty.
I can't
because
say
something
that
tells
either.
me
No.
they're going to be bad. They're going to be back next year. They're going to be angry.
Or they might scrap it, or they might just throw a few players out for scraps and then start a rebuild.
Well, let me just also continue what I say, because over in the East, and I think the East starts tomorrow.
Miami and Boston.
Yeah, it's Boston and Miami at the TD Garden tomorrow night on TNT at 7:30.
Let me say this. Let me say this, because I'm going to rant. Let me explain something.
Oh shit!
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Let him cook.
Here's the thing. First of all,
let him cook.
Let me first start by asking this question. Finally, Philadelphia, you did us a favor. You did us a huge favor. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Doc Rivers was hired to be the head coach 3 seasons ago. The head coach of the 76ers.
Yeah.
You had
irony.
You had three opportunities to get to the Eastern Conference Final, and in each one you choke. You choke so badly. If you was a WWE superstar, your signature move would be the Heimlich maneuver, because it's frustrating to me how in Sam's here he keeps on getting the job. He keeps on getting jobs, and now he's fired, thankfully, by the 76ers. He hasn't done anything since he won the championship when he was coaching Boston. I mean,
I was going to say, didn't he keep the same playbook since, I don't know, 2008?
Yep.
And I'm not done yet, because on Discord, Gunther brought this up. He brought up
that's Walter Scott.
Yeah, Walter Scott.
Because he's not the
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I'm not only throwing Doc Rivers.
Patriots fan.
I'm not only throwing Doc Rivers under the bus with Kane driving the bus, but I'm also throwing Joe Embiid and James Harden under that bus. Because here's the thing: you had two players. You have an MVP on this team, and he quit.
Yeah,
he basically quit.
He literally he took the key out of the ignition and ran. You have the literal MVP who was putting up numbers like crazy. You have James Harden who was having the series of his life, and yet you still choke. What the hell?
Can I cook after this?
The thing of it is, let me say something.
Okay.
And don't worry, I'm going to save most of my rant, because I'm going to be.
I really want to hear most of the shit here.
Let me finish, because when I get through, I'm going to hold off the rest of my rant, because I want to get on John Morant in a few minutes.
Oh boy!
Let me finish this, because let me explain something to you. Philadelphia, you keep on saying, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Unitary said best, trust the process of elimination.
Yep.
It's just frustrating. So I'm off my soapbox. Probably get back to my soapbox a little bit later. But Miami and Boston's gonna be a great series.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler going up against arguably the most prolific averagers to ever hit Boston in a long while, and Luka Doncic. That's going to be an amazing series.
Doncic. It's Doncic.
Doncic. Luka Doncic and Jimmy Butler. And get this. This is the
I'm
same.
sorry, but isn't Doncic still with Dallas?
Was he? Or did he? I can't remember. But still.
No, he's still with Dallas, Doncic.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, okay. My bad. But still.
Also, do you want to know the coolest part? Dodger fans were allowed to watch the Lakers advance.
Oh, that's right. They were. But we'll get to the diamond. We'll get to the diamond.
We'll get to the diamond later. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at I'm looking at the odds and what's gonna be going on tomorrow night in the Team Garden.
I look at the FanDuel odds bets.
Yeah, this is from BetMGM themselves from Yahoo Sportsbook.
Okay, let's run them down, shall we?
Yeah, here's the money line. The money line is plus 280 to Miami, but minus 350 to Boston.
Okay. Why? I want to know the key reasons why.
Because if you remove
Boston's a higher seed.
Yeah,
let me explain something. Number one, Boston. Yeah, Boston's the highest seed, but number two, you still got Jason Tatum over there.
Yeah. Tatum. Yeah, you forgot about Tatum. Yeah, and here's the spreads. 7.5 points for the spread between Miami and Boston for tomorrow night. And get this, they are going big for the over-unders. They're saying we're going to be hitting 210.5 total.
Woo. Let me also say this because most people, saying are giving the Boston Celtics a 93% chance of getting to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. I don't know. 93%. I would disagree with that because
I got two words for you. Denver Nuggets. If you remember, when they had Mutombo, they became the first team to knock off a top seed when they were the 8th seed when they swept the Sonics.
And they didn't sweep the Suns. They won that series 3-2.
Okay,
they did.
Yeah, 1-6.
Now, let me also just say this. Hold on. Let me also just say this real quick. So it's gonna be, the most unlikely. These same 4 teams they played against each other in the bubble.
Which is ironic. The irony in all of this is that we are getting a repeat of the bubble series, but this time it's under different circumstances. For one, we're no longer in a bubble. 2, we don't have
to in the pandemic.
Yeah, fuck the pandemic. We're no longer in the pandemic. 2, we're no longer in a bubble. 3, the fans are back at the stadium, back in the arena. So best believe those stadiums are going to be sold out.
And here's the crazy thing.
Well, I see. I'll get to you then. I'll do mine afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to get back to the other thing with Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to Brooklyn getting rid of not just James Harden, but also Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
and I said this beforehand that this is practically a mistake and a no-win situation for either team that trades with Brooklyn. And was I right on this one?
Yes, you are.
You're right.
Hold. Let me say something real quick. So I'm glad you brought that up, Brandon. It's time for us to start looking at James Harden and try to figure out what the hell's going on. Because everywhere he went, it's like as if he burned bridges. He was in Oklahoma City
when he got drafted to OKC. Then he went. Then he went to Houston. Then he went to Then if I remember correctly, where else did he go?
Brooklyn.
Then he went to Brooklyn, and now he's Philadelphia. Everywhere he goes, it just brings bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong; he's a hell of a player. He knows when the kicking into another gear. But the problem is, he is not that consistent.
Well, here's the thing, Jacob, because I think you and Tree also brought this up too. Every time during playoff time, James, there's always like you get a warning signal before you hit the blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for some odd reason. That's his warning sign. The playoffs.
that's been his Achilles heel. The playoffs have just been horrible to him.
Yeah, I remember what Tree said in that video about the Philadelphia Sixers. Says, I will go on, but my multi-load just crashed. It's just completely frustrating.
Okay, I know you're gonna go on your rant about what's going on with Tennessee, but there is one thing. I'm gonna go to the women's side. WNBA suspends Las Vegas coach Becky Hamlin for 2 games after former Aces player Whitaker Hambley has been bullied and manipulated for being pregnant.
Whoa. Okay. I gotta step in here. I gotta step in here.
It's true. This is straight from CNN themselves. This is coming.
This is Volley Sports.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I got
Come on in, Hit Kid.
Hey, Hit Kid.
Evening, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone's favorite Brit.
Damn right. So I am. I've gotten on. I thought I'd just pop in. I'm currently. My mum and dad are currently on holiday, so I'm by myself for 2 weeks now. So I'll be here for the next Tuesday.
Yes.
And possible the Tuesday after that as well.
I know right now, you're going to be begging, pleading for the Heat and the Nuggets to make it to the finals, just so you can have that big shit-eating grin.
Okay. So if I could recap the NBA, credit to the Heat, they beat me Knicks. But gutted I was.
Yeah.
But credit to the Heat. For me, I would love the Heat to go out, do the Cinderella run and get to the finals. They deserve it. They've been the best team in the playoffs.
Yeah, they've shown that even though if one of their players goes down, they will continue to fight. If we all remember during
I think Denver, Los Angeles goes 7.
That would be something. 7 games with the Nuggets and Lakers. That'd be great.
That would be excellent, honestly.
And I have been. If you've been looking at the regular season, I think the story continues this season. It has been the year of the Joker.
Having a hell of a season.
And funny you mentioned that, Hit Kid, because I said this beforehand before you showed up. It's not for the Lakers. It's not that Nikola Jokic is somebody they got to worry about. They got to worry about one of their former players, and that's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
KCP.
Oh yeah, revenge game. Always
revenge series.
Let's also not forget about you. Still got Jamal Murray over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they know.
I think Denver will take them out in 7.
That should be interesting.
We were just talking.
Gentlemen, may I please have the floor?
Go ahead.
Because
I want the floor after you, Carter, because I want to go over something I saw earlier on today, which pissed me off.
Well, let me just say this real quick because my mind is boggling because once again, John Morant on Instagram once again was flashing a gun, and I was saying to myself, anybody, is someone saying anything to get some sense into his head?
I feel like he does. I feel like he doesn't. He has a brain in there, but it's encased by 3 feet of concrete.
No, I know who's taking over his brain. I know who's taking over his brain. It's Antonio Brown. This is the same shit he's called before.
Hold on. I just want to say this because there's got to be somebody that's got to talk some sense into this kid. Because if someone doesn't talk some sense to this kid, he's going to shoot himself out of the league.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here's the thing, it's frustrating. I know most people, his defenders are coming out saying, he has a Second Amendment. He has the Second Amendment. He has the right to carry a gun. And he has that right. But you know what? He's also an NBA player. And
plus, you can't show guns and weapons on Instagram Live, you idiots.
Here's the thing. He's an NBA player.
An NBA star.
Players sign contracts. And
Literal.
I'm pretty sure that
there's documentation, legal binding documentation.
And I'm probably sure one of them is this: keep clean on social media.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to cut off here. Okay, and this is gonna be a very, very bad comparison, but I gotta bring in the clown for a minute.
Antonio Brown.
Yes, because listen. Let me cook because I think you can see a similarity that I see. When Antonio Brown is no, whenever he's on social media, what does he do?
Stupid shit.
Thank you. Now, I'm praying to God. I'm praying to the Lord above that this doesn't turn into an Antonio Brown situation. For the love of God, if this happens, we're fucked. We're fucked, ladies and gentlemen. We're fucked.
May I come in?
Yeah.
Go ahead, KK. Come on in. Come on. Set it for me.
Morant could go down as potentially the greatest waste of potential ever.
Yeah.
He is an all-world player.
He is, but
he has been let me go for a few minutes here. He has been led by the wrong people in his camp. He needs to clean house, in my opinion, on that. He needs to get advice off veterans. What I want to see now is some of the NBA veterans, like Shaquille O'Neal, like, the legends of the game, Dwayne Wade and all them. Chris Paul, even though he's still playing, because he's the head of the Players Association.
LeBron James.
LeBron. Get around him and set him on the right track.
yeah, because if he stays on this track, it's like you said, it's gonna be a great man with good man, but wasted all his potential.
Plus, on
Just like
Instagram,
AB.
Plus, on the Instagram's terms of service, you can't show weapons or guns because you'll get suspended.
Yeah, but let me say something.
Here's the thing. It wasn't his
Say, guys.
I gotta go.
Let me just make this clear because WMC TV, the station out of Memphis, Tennessee, the sports director was making that very same points that we're saying right here in this show. Somebody in his inner circle, somebody's got to step up and say, "Look, man, you can't keep on doing this. You can't keep on. You can't keep on showing.
You can't keep acting tough on the internet while being great on the sport.
Yeah, hold on, Jose. You can't keep on doing this because you got folks out there. Folks out there will be willing to die to get to where you are, and you're throwing that away.
Yeah,
you're literally shooting that away every time you have gun in your hand. And like I said, let me bring this up. Yes, there is a Second Amendment. No, we're not trying to get rid of the Second Amendment.
We're not trying to get rid of the Second Amendment. More like modify it.
Hold on, Jose. Having said that, if you're an NBA player, you sign the dotted line on that contract. And if you fail to live up to that contract, the team can give you the boot just like that. And Ja Morant better hope and pray that the Memphis Grizzlies doesn't give him the boot.
Because if he does, like the kid said, he just wasted all that potential to be arguably one of the best in the game just because he decided to let his dick do his decisions. Okay.
Before we get off, there's a trade last Friday.
Hold on, what?
The Vikings traded 3-time Pro Bowl rusher Zarius Smith to the Browns.
Wow.
Well, that actually brings me on because before we get off, I wanted to go on a fucking rant over football, if no one minds.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
We were talking about football earlier, but go ahead here, kid. The floor is yours.
Alright, so a fucking list came out via fucking Alex Ballatine, if y'all saw it. It was on Gridiron. So this is the top 10 offenses in the NFL draft. I don't know if you've talked about this, okay?
I gotta hear this.
Okay, so I'm gonna go from 10 to 1, and I have immediately two teams who I hate. I don't fully agree with the order, but I have two teams who I hate. Cody, no need to show it. I'm just gonna read them off. Number 10, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 9, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 8, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 7, Detroit Lions. Number 6, San Francisco 49ers. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. 3, the Eagles. 2, the Bills. 1, the Kansas City Chiefs.
No. Hold on, hey kid. Now you tell me there's two teams we should totally disagree with. So
let's hear them.
First team I'm throwing off the list is the Chargers.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, I have to agree because what offense do they have?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask everyone here: is Austin Eckler fully committed to playing with the Chargers still? I mean, that's been a big.
I think he's still asking for a trade.
That's what I mean.
I think he's still begging for a trade.
That's what I mean. I mean, yes, you've got Keenan Allen. Mike Williams can't stay fit. Like, what else have you got other than Austin Eckler?
Justin Herbert.
Who's Herbert throwing to? Who's Herbert
Got
throwing
a
to?
point. Who's he going to
Yeah, I
throw
was
to?
about
He's
say
got
good
nothing.
point because you need to put some weapons around Justin Herbert. It can't be just him.
Who the fuck's Herbert throwing to?
There's a fresh hot Melvin Gordon, fresh agent in free agency.
Aren't they on a
Washed
cap or
Melvin
something?
Gordon. Washed Melvin Gordon. Come on.
Yeah. His pride, his peak is already past. So
Yeah.
Damn it.
So what's the second team here, kid?
This is further
Who's
down
the
the
other
list.
team?
Second team's the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on. I'm not a Cowboys person. Matter of fact, I don't like their fan base, but the players I can fucking respect.
Well, hold on. We're talking offense side of the football here, okay?
Yes, they can do it. It's just the fact that one day.
I could boot them off the list, and I'll tell you why right now.
Go ahead.
Hold on here,
Go
kid.
ahead.
Hold
I'll
on,
contradict
kid.
you.
Hold on,
all right.
wait a minute. Jose, Hickey has a point because if the Dallas Cowboys offense,
Carter, can I go? Can
was-
I explain my point?
go ahead.
And he says he'll contradict me. One, your quarterback is Dak Prescott. A Dak Prescott who's been inconsistent for how many seasons right now?
Good
And
point.
can't stay fit.
There you go.
Can't stay
5 seasons. 5 seasons.
fit. And can't stay fit as well. Can we all agree? Which is
I agree.
sad.
I agree. Dak Prescott
Number
is
two.
inconsistent.
Yeah, number two, I think they had to get rid of Ezekiel Elliott. I think that was a positive move, to be fair.
Yeah.
But what happens if Tony Pollard gets hurt? You're running low on the running back room. But here's the biggest one, in my opinion. Did they replace Dalton Schultz in the offseason at tight end?
I believe they did.
Cody's given the nod, so they did.
Yeah, but did they replace him with someone who was all world? Because weren't they supposed to draft the Aiden Hutchinson, but they got picked to it by the Bills in the draft, if you all remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I think they got a player, but I can't remember.
Yeah, but it was like in the 5th, 6th round. But here's another one as well, and this is just me, okay?
Okay.
Michael Gallup is inconsistent. We can all agree on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
CD Lamb, no disrespect at all. CD Lamb's all world, okay?
He's a
Quick question to everyone. Who are you taking, Brendan Cutts or Amari Cooper?
depends.
Honestly, I'm
Pence! Listen, even though Amari Cooper has been, even though when he got traded from Dallas, he's been stuck with shitty quarterbacks in Cleveland, Amari Cooper's still an all-world receiver compared to Brandon Cooks.
Listen, Hickett. There's one word that I think you can respect, and it's consistency.
I've always said that consistency can help win championships. Okay.
Let me counter that then. Let me counter that. Wait. Consistency with the Cowboys, so that means winning nothing.
Okay, wait a minute. Time out. Whoa. Hold on, Jose, because let's face it, Hickey has a point. Because if
I'll
the
name you the
Cowboys,
two replacements.
Cowboys do not have
wait,
consistency.
time out.
Shut up,
If the
guys.
Cowboys had any consistency, they would make a conference championship game by now.
They
I
would.
have,
But
I have the two teams to replace, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm taking the Chargers out, I'm going to put the Seahawks in.
oh, absolutely. I agree.
Fair enough. You got a lot of good weapons.
I mean, excuse me, Seahawks have have added to that offensive line. They drafted a new center. They've already got, the Cross and Lucas from last year, as the offensive line guard.
Let me guess. Is the next one Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No.
Hell no.
Hell
Hell no.
Hell no.
The only reason why they got to the playoffs is because the AFC South?
Yeah,
No, the NFC
Hot
South-
garbage.
the NFC South is shit. But let me explain. So you've got the two offensive line guards, Cross and Lucas. You've got the new center they've added. They added another offensive tackle in the draft as well. Here's another reason. You added Zach Charbonnet to Kenneth Walker for the 1-2 punch, of the running back. But you've got Noah Fant still at tight end room, I believe, with Will Disley. But here's the big reason. The wide receiver core supporting Geno Smith is a top 3 receiving core in the league now.
Yeah, it is.
Tim Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and then you put Jackson Smith and Jigba in the slot, and that into top 10 offense.
I have to agree. With all those weapons, Geno Smith can be throwing for days, and he'll be racking up
Are you
yards.
fucking kidding me?
Come on.
Well,
And I love that. I will love that.
Who's
I've got the
guaranteeing
worst. I've got the worst one for me though. Is this? I've got one worse. And some people are gonna like this.
All right.
How the
Oh.
fuck did the New York Jets get in? How the fuck
No,
did the New York Jets get
no.
fucking left off? Can someone explain to me
No.
how the New
my
York
guess
Jets?
is they don't have any faith in Aaron Rodgers.
Wow, that's just a slap in the face.
That's what I mean. That's what I think it is because hold on, let me explain why here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers, what was everything's complaint last season? The only thing
No receiver core, no receiver core, no help on the line. Okay.
No. The main complaint though was the quarterback, correct? I think we
Yeah.
all agree.
That was
Aaron
a young
Rodgers-
QB.
Aaron Rodgers is a 100% bigger upgrade than fucking Zach Wilson. We will all
Yep.
agree.
Yeah.
That is unanimous. Here's another reason why. Brees Hall, before he went down, was on course to be up there with Kenneth Walker, in the offensive rookie of the year conversation.
Mm-hmm. Before he had his untimely injury last season.
Garrett Wilson was an offensive rookie of the year last season. I think we would all agree on that.
Yeah, he earned it.
He was great. You've added one of Rodgers' main targets in Alan Rashad, who we all know, and he added Randall Cobb, two of his more familiar catching partners.
Yeah.
You've got McCall Hardman Jr., though. You've still got Denzel Mims. You've got Coughlin Uzoma at the tight end room. We already know the offensive line of the Jets is really good, by the way. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And they've had an incredible draft. They've had a really good draft this year.
So
Yeah. And another thing you gotta worry, but there's one thing you gotta worry about with the Jets. It's their defense.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
but their
main
defense
issue.
was all world last season.
Their defense was good. So
The only issue with the Jets right now is if they're going to pay Mikael Becton, ain't it?
They probably will.
Good point.
they probably will. With how good their the season was, they could be given a good contract.
If we're just talking offense, because we're not really talking defense here, this was an offense list.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really taking the Cowboys and Chargers over the Jets and Seahawks?
No. Hell no.
Put Seattle and the Jets in, and there you go. That's a better list right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up. Let me just say this real quick. I think Hickey has a very good point. Now I'm pretty sure whoever made this list, whoever made this list,
needs to get their head checked.
Pretty much either that or get fired out of a cannon.
Carter, should we put this episode for 2 hours? We have not talked about the ice. We haven't talked about the MLB.
We still got a lot more to go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. Cody,
before,
we're on YouTube. We could go all night long.
We can.
Well, I'm gonna be going, but I just thought I'd come in.
Thanks
and give
again
that
for dropping by. Hit Kids.
I'm joining you
Hold
more
on,
next
hold on. Before you go, let me give you this. Go check out Hit Kids VW Wrestling Show WWA. The end game is coming up this weekend, to say the least, and it's not one you don't want to miss. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'll see y'all.
Thanks for joining us, Hit Kid.
Just to interrupt real quick, because I like Hit Kids replacements, but just one I don't accept, and that's the Jets. I would replace that with San Fran.
San Fran's already in there.
San Fran's already in there, dude.
I mean, I know that, but if there's another one I could have replaced that with. Here's the thing, right? I can't say Miami because reasons.
Because of Tua's concussion.
Yes, thank you. He's got scrambled eggs. He got scrambled eggs for him.
And then for the Bills, I mean, we always saw what happened with Damar Hamlin.
No, Bills is already in there.
Bill's already in there.
I want to say Denver, but I can't because I love shitting on them.
I feel like if you try
We'll see how this season goes.
Yeah.
But,
let me just say this real quick because I
shall
think
we get to the diamond?
Let's talk about Major League Baseball because I do believe
Hold on, guys. Before you talk about it, let me get my ginger ale ready.
We gotta talk about one score that is horrendous.
Yeah,
please. I'm drinking already.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Wait, okay.
Now, I'm just gonna simply say this, because last night in St. Louis, if you're a Bulls fan, you gotta feel the same way Bob Uecker does.
Hello, Tribe fans. Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of. Paid attendance today is 1,412. Some of them were driven away by that little 10-run first inning the Red Sox put up. Take over, Monty. I'm in the bag.
Me?
Fly ball. Caught.
What you saw there is just pure pain, because last night at St. Louis at Busch Stadium, the Cardinals were just going to town on the Brew Crew with a 18-1 final.
That's not just disgusting. That's absolutely revolting. Just
it's horrible.
Let me just say something real quick. That eighth inning for the Bulls, it was just.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget, there was another third playoffs that happened. One is in Fenway Park. The Mariners beat Red Sox 10-1.
Why do I hear music?
And I know that anywhere. That is a classic from Looney Tunes reference right there. If you've ever seen one of Bugs Bunny's baseball episodes, that's one of them. But yeah,
and the other thing is Atlanta going down to Globe Life Park, shutting out the Rangers 12-0. That was yesterday.
That was filthy, and that's not all. The Mariners went to B-Town and just took Boston and put them over their knee 10-1. 10-1 over
that.
Yeah,
there was one injury report from the VWU General Hospital.
Oh boy.
VWU Sports was report, and this is from an hour ago. Miami Marlins center fielder Chris Holton Jr. was put on
Chisholm.
Town Twister was put on a 10-day injured list because of a right toe cuff injury.
Ooh,
yes.
10-day IL. That's kind of light in a sense.
Yeah, that's a light injury. It could have been a whole lot worse for Chisholm because when you're running out on center field, one day soon that turf monster is going to come up and say hello, and unfortunately it caught up to him.
Yeah, you're going to suffer a turf toe.
Yeah,
and
that's ugly.
Mind if I get
the scores?
We got some games going on. Yeah,
because right now we got a good game going on at Camden Yards as the Baltimore Orioles takes the lead 2-1, bottom of the fourth.
Man on first, 1 out over the A's. Like I said, over at Camden Yards.
Angels.
I mean, okay, yeah. Also, we got some other games as well. It's not looking good in the Motor City for Pittsburgh. That is, Tigers going to the bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Detroit.
Yeah. And speaking of that, bottom fifth that you just mentioned about the Miami Marlins, that may not haunt Miami all that much as they lead in 2-0 over the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, but a man on first.
I know people in the fans are going to be wondering, is there any update on the new buildings, the new something going on in California?
We haven't. We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that in a minute.
We got going on the top of the third is scoreless between the Rays and the Mets.
Actually, let me check. Yeah, it's still top of the the Rays are threatening man on first and second, no outs. Another game just started. It's second game of the series between the Brew Crew and the Cardinals at Busch Stadium.
I got a question.
Yeah, that part started.
I got a question for Milwaukee. Did you bring some ointment?
Oh shit!
Especially after what happened last night. Did you bring some ointment?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do we need to bring any lube?
Oh no!
Make sure you got the
God
rubbers.
Damn it, Carter.
Anyways, yeah. Also going on right now, top of the third in Toronto at the Rogers Center. It's fine with me. I'm fine with that, but I'm still calling it Skydome. Screw you. Good rivalry game in the AL East between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees up 1-0, but they got man on first and second with 1 out.
Yes, they do. And considering the judge is at bat, no boy.
Yeah.
All right, motherfucker.
There it is. In Boston's Fenway Park, the Red Sox up 4-0 against Seattle.
Yeah, they're getting their payback from last night.
Let me
payback's a bitch.
Bring this up. A couple games coming up later on this evening. We got the opening pitch coming up at the top of the hour. We got the Braves and the Rangers.
World Life Park in Arlington.
Yeah, coming up at the top of the hour. Also at 7:10, we got a couple 7:10 games. This is kind of conflicted to me because I have two of my favorite teams playing against each other. The Cubbies heading down to Houston to take on the reigning champion Astros
Down at Minute Maid Park.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of conflicted because those are my two favorite teams. I have a rule in fandom. If you have a favorite team, you can have a second one, but they got to be like in a different conference, in a different conference.
Yeah, for me, it's Cubs, Colts, and the Bills.
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of conflicted because I'm an Astros boy, but I also have the Cubs on there because Cubs as well because ALL, NL.
Yeah.
So that's going to be conflicting. Also tonight, over in Southtown, I can't know.
Guaranteed
Field.
Yeah, Guaranteed Field. The Guardians are going to take a little trip down to Southtown to take on the White Sox.
Yeah, and here comes two teams that need to get themselves right for once. Down at Coors Field, the Rockies playing host to the Cincinnati Reds, and I know Miguel would like to rip into the Reds.
Fuck you, Phil Castellini.
There's more baseball news.
Hold on. Let us finish. We got some night games as usual because it is the West Coast. Over at Petco Park, the Padres will be playing host to the Royals at 8:40. Yeah. And at the same time, the soon-to-be former Oakland Athletics will be playing host to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, let me just jump in real quick. Let's hope that the A's can get more than 2,000 people in their stadium tonight.
Yeah, let's hope. There's more baseball news beside us.
Hold on. We still got some games coming. We got the Phillies and the Giants. They're gonna do battle at Oracle Park later on tonight.
Yeah, they do. And then after that, we got the Twins and the Dodgers going against each other in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know something? The Dodgers have been red hot as of late. They started struggling, but now they've won 6 straight.
I mean, we can take a look at the MLB settings for the Dodgers.
If we take a look, as we are halfway through the month of May, so as we go to the AL side first, so far in the East, it is still Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is holding the lead in the AL East.
All I can say is don't sleep on Toronto, Baltimore, or the Yankees because
they are literally not tied up against each other with the Boston just hanging in the rear in the AL East. Before we continue, speaking of Tampa Bay, Cody did bring this up before we started the show. The city of Orlando, Florida, has actually petitioned to actually get the Tampa Bay Rays to come over to Orlando and become the Orlando Rays.
Mm.
I was gonna bring that up last week, but time constraints.
Also, while we're in the neighborhood, we did brought up that the Oakland A's have agreed with Ballet Sports. They own some kind of casino over there. They bought the land. They're gonna build the stadium, and I guess pretty soon the Nevada state government is gonna pitch in and help build up this stadium.
Now, when we go up to the NHL, there's one more building I will talk about. I'll bring that up later. But beside that,
let's take the rest of the field here.
Yeah, I just think honestly, I'm real sad what's happened with Oakland.
Yeah.
The A's, like I said, only 2,000 people showed up at last night's game.
And to be completely fair, that it's really on Oakland because they couldn't do anything. If everybody says remake the stadium, they denied it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of on them.
Yeah, and they said we'll get a new stadium, none. So basically, it's a clusterfuck of things that kind of made it itself. Getting back to the standings, we're going to go back to the standings here. And to the Central now, it is Wow, this is interesting. You got Minnesota still holding the AL Central, no shocker, but Cleveland and Detroit are catching up on them with Cleveland with the Guardians just bound by 3 games, and Detroit just half a game right behind them.
And here's the craziest thing, and here's the thing about this for the Central. This is going to be the last year of Miguel Cabrera.
What?
It is. We can actually officially say this. Miguel Cabrera is saying that this year, 2023, will be his last year. He will be hanging up a career. And honestly, what a career it's been. He's past the 3,000 hit. He's past the 3,000 hit mark. He's past.
Sadly, do not look beyond that.
Yeah, he's past 500 dingers. He's done so well with Detroit. Who wouldn't love to see Detroit at least try to get back to the postseason?
And here's another thing too that many people forgot about Miguel Cabrera. He was a World Series champion with the Marlins.
Yeah, 2003, right?
Yeah.
And then probably one. He is a World Series champion, and he would love to get one more ring before he hangs up his cleats and call it a career.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's. I really do hope that the Tigers can get to the playoffs and let them have one last one. Kind of the same thing with Albert Pujols had.
Like last year with Albert Pujols in St. Louis.
Hold on. Wait. As we shift to the West, everybody in the Western Division is competitive except Oakland.
Except for Oakland. It is basically a tight net in the AL West between Texas, the Rangers, the Astros, the Angels, and the Mariners.
The only thing I can't say about this
I was going to talk about the Angels because Shohei Ohtani becomes the first pitcher since 1964 to reach base safety 5 times.
How do you pronounce his name, Cody?
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, I am confused. Okay,
I'm gonna rip your throat out.
Okay,
it's Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, I dare you. Come on, do it.
Shohei Ohtani.
I'll do it after the check. I meet me in the back alley. I got a knife.
There's a reason why his nickname is Showtime. Okay.
Now, over in the NL East, boy, Atlanta is pretty much running away with that division.
But everybody else is starting to catch up because Miami, Philadelphia are just 6 games behind. I do believe, and I see we got our boy Ray in the chat. He's laughing as he is. They are 6 games behind Atlanta, but the Mets just a half a game behind those two. And
here's the thing.
There's 1.5 behind the Mets.
I'm gonna say this right now. With the Mets, they may start off a bit slow, but all I can say is don't sleep on them.
No, don't. If they
definitely don't sleep on them. Except for the postseason. Don't sleep on the Mets except for the postseason. That way you can all say, "Little Mets."
Oh.
There is some news about the Tampa Bay and the Mets. Despite injuries, Rays. This is some Bowie Sports. Despite injuries, Rays still atop, very competitive of the AL East.
Now in the Central, Milwaukee, they're leading that division, but
Pittsburgh is coming to light thanks to the signing of their old pal Andrew McCutchen.
McClutch is back in Pittsburgh, and because of that, they've been on a tear not as of late, but they are catching up to Milwaukee. They're a game behind them with the Cubs, Reds, and Cardinals all are just a little bit off from them.
And of course, out there out west, you got the Dodgers leading that division, but Arizona's having a surprising season so far.
Yeah, with San Fran and San Francisco still trying to get back in their groove, and Colorado just being there.
Yeah, and all I can say is this: heading back to the American League West, seeing that Texas 1, Houston 2, A's being 3, and Seattle 4. All I can say on this one, if you're the Rangers, the Angels, and the Mariners, you better not let Houston wake up, because if you do, you're done.
You're dead. Because if the Astros get their jet boosters kicking, you're screwed.
Yeah. We all know how the Astros are with their whack. They won. Yeah. They won a World Series before.
They've won 3.
They did.
Actually. They're the
Yeah,
reigning
they won
champ.
3.
They're the reigning
The reigning champ. The trash
Yeah.
cans have fallen silent.
Yeah, the
And
trash
I
cans
believe-
are silent, and they're showing off they can be a champion, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm happy for it.
Now we head to the ice.
Yes, we are.
Well,
going to
yes.
that's my next
Let's
direction.
go.
Yes, but can I kick it off first? Can I kick it off first?
Go.
Toronto, you wanted Florida. You got Florida. All of it in your fucking ass.
I'll give this Toronto. You finally got something done. You finally won a damn playoff series. Congratulations.
And
I'll try to go deeper.
and Shree posed this one. See, you can't blame me for jinxing anything this year, boys. I think it's for the first time since 1993 the Cup's going to be in Canada.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I
Whoa.
remember
Let me
that.
explain
I
something.
remember that.
Yeah, that's why I said let me explain something because it's been 30 long years since the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. The
Yeah.
last team that did that was 1993, and
Yeah,
the
with the
Montreal Canadiens
Canadians.
beat the LA Kings.
Yep. No, yeah, it was the Kings. Yeah, you're right.
So I think here's the thing because Toronto, they avoided the sweep, but they still lost to Florida in 5 games.
Yeah.
And Edmonton was Canada's last hope. And unfortunately for Edmonton, they came up short.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they lost to the Vegas Golden Knights. Unfortunately, which is sad, but you got to give Edmonton credit. They put up a hell of a season with their boys. So if they could fix up what they can work on, which is not much, we definitely could be seeing the Oilers make round trips to the playoffs.
And speaking of the pixie dust running out.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa,
I just got this in. Cody just sent this to me. Going on right now, there's an election going on in Arizona, where the folks are voting on a referendum about building a $2.3 billion Tempe entertainment district that includes an arena for the Coyotes.
Oh my God!
I hope it fails. I hope it fails so that way they can stay in the 3,000 seated piece of shit.
Need to move. It's not working. The money's not there. God damn it!
No, listen. I hope it fails, and I hope they stay in Arizona just so they can stay in the university's little 3,000 seated shithole. Because it only takes. No, listen to me. Because only 3,000 people will show up for that game.
God.
And it's their students because they get the seats for free.
There's been a lot of.
Let me read on. It says the vote is taking place after the city of Phoenix and Sky Harbor International Airport expressed concerns about the residences that will be built as part of the project in the high noise area under the airport's flight path. Now, here's the thing, and we'll get back to the playoffs in just a minute.
Sure.
Can Gary Bettman finally get the message and understand and realize it's not
working?
It's not worth it, man.
Yep, there's one comment. Bettman really gonna think that hockey in Arizona gonna work?
No, listen. It can work. They just got to stay in the 3,000 seated piece of shit they got because the only people that. No, listen. The only people that will show up.
Here we go. Come on.
Jose,
No, listen. The only people that will show up are the students of the University of Arizona because they probably have nothing else better to do.
Arizona State. You have to remember that.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
It's destiny. They're stuck there forever.
Well, hold on. First of all, there is no way NHL is going to say, sure, you can go ahead and stay at the Mullet Arena that holds only 5,000 folks. Sure, you can stay there as long
here's
as
the thing. It has to. Listen, there's going to come to a point where the brass of the NHL have no choice but to leave them there. There's going to come to a point where they have no choice.
Anyways, I'm gonna continue. As much as I'd love this section of ripping on Arizona again, we got to move on because we got to talk about the upcoming conference finals.
Yes,
right.
Hold on. Let me start. We're going to start off with the East because, as Jose stated, the Florida Panthers are back in the Eastern Conference Finals, but unfortunately, they're heading down to Raleigh as the Hurricanes will be playing host to the Panthers. Game 1, Thursday night, 7 o'clock puck drop on TNT over at the PNC Arena.
Here's my question. Sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I just want to say this. The Carolina Hurricanes are having a wonderful season. And
They are.
You can tell,
Sadly,
that this team is built at winning the Stanley Cup, but this could be their year. This could be the year they finally
don't. Also, hold on. I have to cut you off.
Okay.
Do not ever say it's their year. Look at the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I was going to.
Wait a minute. You don't honestly think I'm comparing the Carolina Hurricanes to the Dallas Cowboys?
No, just don't say it at all. You're going to jinx them.
Jose, I was going to talk about last night's game between Dallas Stars and Seattle.
Oh, yeah, Stars and Kraken. That was a great game. Kraken tried to get back into it, but Dallas told Kraken, nah.
Dallas Stars won in 7.
Yeah, in 7 games, 2-1, and we can actually say this now in the West. It's a rematch from the bubble series. It's Vegas and Dallas.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
we got the Knights. We got the Knights versus the Stars.
Yeah,
it's a rematch from 2020.
Meanwhile, we got soft factories popping up in Canada, the Northeast, Minnesota, any hockey traditional hotbed. Some factories are starting to pop up out of nowhere because
they're growing, and it's not pretty.
Man, are they salty?
Now we are sadly to say sorry, Toronto Maple Leafs. After last week, you are out.
Yeah,
I
actually said this. Toronto, congratulations! You finally got over the hump. You finally got past the first round. But can you go farther?
No, you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. Can you do it? Can you do it again this next year and maybe go farther? But that's easier said than done.
Yeah,
that is.
Now,
because here's the thing. I have to say this real quick about Toronto. What were they chanting?
We want Florida. We want Florida.
Never mind me. With the Yankees, when they said we want Houston, what happened then?
You got Houston, and you got Florida.
So what happened here?
You got Florida.
You got the wrath of the Florida man.
You got Florida man coming out your ass with a saber-toothed panther with his teeth sharpened.
You know something?
Fucking
Let me just say this real quick because this kind of matches something that you Tree did when Yankee fans was yelling, "We want Boston." And said, "Oh, you want Boston, do you? Well, you get Boston. Right on up your perky little asshole."
The Stanley Cup. Now there's 4 places that could be crowned. It could be in Carolina, Florida, Dallas, or Vegas.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm stuck between Florida and Vegas.
I know the news. Salt mines are currently opening up across the Northeast, Minnesota, and Canada.
Wow, you're okay. But yeah, since we actually have the conference finals coming up, game 1 coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
let's throw out some predictions. Who do you want to see in the Stanley Cup final?
This may be a long shot, but I want to see Vegas and
Let me say something real quick. Let me just say something real quick because first of all, that Stanley Cup is going to need some suntan lotion.
Yeah,
definitely. Make sure you get the good stuff too. Okay, that's real good.
Yeah, because you know what UV rays does to people.
Yeah.
Secondly, I am not going to doubt the Florida Panthers, especially after after the way they beat Boston and the way how they beat Toronto.
They prove that they can make a deep playoff run, and it's showing. They're finally shutting up all those detractors and telling them that this could be their year. This is the same type of energy I've seen in Florida when they were back in the 90s when they had the rat trick, when when they were just they made it all the way to the finals only to get clapped by the Colorado Avalanche.
Well, I was about to say, you try scoring against Patrick Waugh.
Good point. You got a point. Patrick Waugh is basically ice cold.
Patrick Ward.
Waugh.
What?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce his last name.
Pronunciations, you gotta love them.
Yeah, I think here's the thing.
Anyways.
Now, maybe now pass the floor. I think we could see. I'm saying Vegas, Carolina.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying
I don't
Vegas,
see that.
Carolina.
Vegas, Carolina. That could be an interesting final right there because a lot of you're basically spoiled for choice on these with these four teams right here. And Ray's got a good point. Don't forget Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg as well during that time as well. So you literally are spoiled for choice on any one of these four you guys could be a perfect spot for the finals. You know,
That's true. But just remember this, and I will say this now: I see Vegas moving on, and as much as a shocker as I think, as much of a shocker to you guys, and I hope this happens. I want to see the upset with Florida beating Carolina.
Oh,
Florida! If Florida beats Carolina.
Florida.
Listen. If you look at Matthew Tkachuk's numbers, they're not.
He's been having a hell of a playoffs.
Exactly. So
I wouldn't be mad if Florida shocks Carolina.
Remind me, this will be also historic because they'll be the first wild card team to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
I think so. You're right.
Yeah.
But overall, though, what a playoff run we've seen here in the NHL.
And
that's been all sports for that matter.
There is hockey news. The Philadelphia Flyers have decided to change their traditional colors to orange.
They're actually going to go full orange.
Yay! What have you been?
Fight! I'm looking at this.
Okay, so they're basically going to flip. They're going to basically go full orange. They're not changing their colors. They're staying the same. It's still orange and black.
Yeah, as I said, they've been orange.
Exactly. They're the team FTW. They're FTW.
Then why am I seeing tweets from the Twitter account saying the orange and black are coming back?
It's been orange and black.
I think
it's been orange and black since their inception because that's the only thing they've been relevant.
They haven't changed their colors since they haven't done anything different to their uniform since at one time they wore blue for like a special game.
Yeah, not like I said they're gonna go way out there outside the box and just do something. But gentlemen, I just want to say this has been a great playoff run we've seen. A lot of parity. I think that's the word. A lot of parity. We saw top seed in both leagues get upsetted. So it just goes to show you, any given game, an upset can happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, that's the best way I could put it. Any given game, an upset can happen.
And before we wrap it up, I'm gonna do a little bit of fun here because I'm gonna get a little short. Over in Europe, Champions League. Everybody knows Champions League has been going on.
Yeah.
And last night we got one half of the final all set up and ready to go. Here's a shocker. First time in a long time, Inter Milan is going to the Champions League final.
Huh.
After taking their arch rivals AC Milan to town, they win both games, swept them, and they are going to the finals for the first time in over a decade, actually. And they will. And tomorrow night, we will see who will they face. Will they face the current dynasty Real Madrid or Manchester City?
There's a baseball update. Domingo German is getting ejected from the game after having a foreign substance and has been inspected by the umpires.
His name is Domingo Herman.
Herman, and it's Tom.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
He's getting his hands inspected for the umpires.
Okay.
You
think he might have had like some Vaseline on there or something?
Oh
God! I'm looking at the Sportsnet Twitter account. So
Yeah.
That's how his name pronounces. Domingo
Can
Germán.
you imagine? Can you imagine the commentary? Okay, we got the pitcher ready to go. Wait a minute. Why is the pitcher's hand inside his pants?
No.
Now listen.
On
a serious note.
The commentators are too busy eating hot dogs.
Of course.
So here's the serious note. Here's the serious note.
Go.
Okay. Away from that, FC Barcelona are the La Liga champions. Not like anybody cares.
Yeah. Congratulations, FC Barcelona, on capturing the La Liga title.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're not being carried by Messi for the first time. That's great.
Oh,
ouch. Also, okay, and now before we wrap up, I will say this now. Attention, all NBA fans who did not make the playoffs to the finals. You still have a chance to win something. Tonight's the draft lottery.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Probably win nothing at that point.
In fact, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, they're about to reveal who's getting the number 1 pick.
I'm surprised we haven't done it. We did the NFL draft. Why haven't we done that type of draft?
I mean, we've done that already.
Yeah, but yeah. So if y'all want to go, if you want to go check out the draft lottery for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, go ahead. It is on ESPN as we speak.
I think I might know who might the top 3 be.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So definitely go check.
What the fuck did they do?
Yeah, but as I do believe, yep, it is time to wrap up.
Yeah, it's time to close the bar.
It feels good to be back in the bar. I'm sorry I haven't been here with you guys, but hey, life sucks. I don't deal with it. But it feels good to be back, and honestly, I'm so happy that we are still rocking. After 77 episodes, we're still having fun. We're still having a great time.
What do who the top 3 might be for the draft lottery?
We don't know.
We'll figure that out next week. We'll react to that next episode. But yeah, 77
I think it might be the next.
Great.
No.
I have to say, this was the best good idea to make the transition to StreamYard. YouTube this has been helping us a lot with YouTube, Twitter, and all that stuff.
You can thank me for that idea. You can thank me for that idea.
You are the man. And here's the thing: even though we don't have a phone number for you to call, if you want to be a part of the podcast, we do put the link up on the chat on YouTube. Go click the link there and come join us on the podcast. We would love to listen to you guys. And as always, I got to make this easier because I'm not on Blog Talk. Come listen to us every Tuesday. 7 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We always go live on YouTube. We got a YouTube channel. Hit subscribe to the VWU Sports Podcast channel. Yeah, listen into all our episodes. If you want to check out past episodes, go check out CD Carter's channel as well. He's got all the episodes archived there as well. And as always, we will see you guys next week. For everybody here, thank you so much for tuning in, gentlemen. The playoffs are just getting better. The finals are coming up. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Best believe you do not want to miss it. We will talk about what has happened.
Plus next week's Memorial Day weekend, so this is gonna be a special episode.
That's indeed. For everybody here, have a safe and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We will see you guys next week. Till then, good night, everybody.
See you all next week.
Later, boys.
Nighties.